Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. You heard it here. It's Arizona Airspeed. And it's the end of the formation skydiving competition, which you participated all in, right?
Yeah.
All of them. But we have to start with something else, of course, because the whole world, millions of people are asking the same one question. What happened? In other words, what happened in round one of the four-way competitions? Forget about 8-way, 10-way, 16-way, and all that stuff.
We're playing Mario
You guys
Kart.
mind if I take this one?
Yeah, we're playing Mario Kart and found a bunch of banana peels and shit on the road.
My turn? So in Norway, I was trying to replicate a feeling where instead of most round ones, we're always over the line. You know, a little pumped, everybody has that. You land, you're like, man, I just lost a year or two off my life. And in Norway, we were pretty relaxed and we had a great round one. So I was trying to replicate that, and I was under the proverbial line. And jump page 5 or page 6, we're cruising along, and I have this thought. I'm like, this is going great. And then I just lost the sequence. And yeah, that's how it goes. Sometimes you fuck up, sometimes you don't. But it was a good lesson, and that won't happen when hopefully we get another one of those opportunities in Israel next.
So the round one scenario has to do something with it. So because it was super sequence, it was round one, and
I don't think it had anything to do with the sequence. It had more to do with my mental state where it was.
So are you saying you taking all the blame for all the penalties?
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, Chris, nice.
But what he's talking about is we have a joke. You know, the top teams, or at least Airspeed and the Golden Knights, always joke about round one. You're so nervous for round one, it always takes a year off of your life. That's the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when we land, we have a good jump, a high five, and we're like, hey man, I'm only going to grow to be 69. Favorite number. So, that's a joke, right? So what Chris is talking about, instead of being there, maybe like trying to take that arousal level down a little bit, to kind of just try to be more steady. We had a lot of questions leading up to that round. Hey, a new world record, and people are trying to kind of,
People were asking you.
Yeah, putting pressure on us, and we're like, hey, dude, I'm just going to go have a good skydive, and that's what our focus is on, whatever that means for that particular round. The prescription is slightly different depending on what jump it is. But we felt great. I think the prep was good. The ramp up to that skydive, that was fantastic for us. And when we landed, we weren't happy with the outcome, but we were definitely happy with the ramp up. And going to round one, we wanted to come back, And
I think the real story is round two. You want to take that?
No, but round two, we said, hey, dude, nothing changes on the ramp up of the jump. Let's treat that exactly the same, and we did. And jump 2 was a fantastic jump.
Well, he came with a vengeance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a little bit of anger in there for everyone, which is, yeah.
The only way I tried to explain this to people was like, I'm sure they did this on purpose. They wanted to show that you're human beings, and you wanted to show that round one, is really a special thing. So I thought you did this on purpose.
No.
It was a joke, of course. Nobody would do that, to himself.
I think if you looked at the sequence and how it performed round 2 through round 9, I think we're all very happy with those 8 rounds, Round 1, of course, was a little bit of a disaster. Round 10 also, we left a lot on the table. And but then again, in Norway, we had the pressure of being there with Hayabusa and France. And I feel like that pressure makes a team like ours better, Coming here, like round 1, for me personally, I was very nervous because I wanted to have a great performance. And as the competition goes, it's just harder to keep that intensity up, that arousal level up. And you try as much as you can, but I always feel like we do really well when we're under pressure, But hey, overall, super happy with the meet for us.
We have talked so much about round 1. I try to get the most experience, and you and other world champions and experienced competitors to talk about round one, to try to explain or to get it across to all the other people out there, competitors, that it is a factor of round one that you get nervous, anxious, blah blah. It's more pressure and so forth. But most of the times I have the feeling, I don't know, I'm curious, how when your conversations go with other people, most of the times my feeling is they say yeah, but inside they goes we are not, I'm not. Many people don't want to admit that they are nervous. They try to hide it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so that's why I was jokingly saying, you did it on purpose to show to everybody who is questioning the fact that you will be nervous in round one. Mm-hmm. So you did it on purpose to show everybody, that we are in the same boat.
Well, I think that, if we're talking about this, I think that hiding your nerves on round one, or in any round, hiding your nerves can be actually an effective strategy, especially when we talk about we want to give off, we want to inspire confidence in ourselves to our teammates. So if I'm about to, puke, if I'm about to puke, I don't want people to be like, I don't want my teammates to be like, oh, what's going on with Joey? I want them to focus on their performance, and I'm going to focus on me. So there's a little bit something to faking it, but at the same time, if you're faking it and it's coming from a place of I can't be, I'm not allowed to be nervous on round one, that is a different thing, and that indicates that maybe you have a negative relationship with nerves. And just like they say, people tend to perform better when you tell them that being nervous is your body preparing you to do something important, versus saying nerves make you perform worse. So your relationship with nerves is everything. Telling yourself that, hey, that this is a natural thing and it's going to make me do better, that tends to make you do better. So if people in the sport are out there thinking hey, I can't let anybody know that I'm ever getting nervous because that would be a negative, they would think less of me, that's a bad thing to go through your head. But if you're just trying to keep your head in a cool place so that your teammates can know that you'll be there for them, that's great. You're allowed to fake it that way.
It's got to be both here. You're absolutely right. That nervous energy, that's fuel. That's fuel, right? So you wake up in the morning of round one, and you're reading the tea leaves. You're watching yourself behave a little bit. It's like, was the sleep kind of light? Yep. Feels like round one. Am I eating a full breakfast or less than a breakfast? Yeah, I'm nervous, so I'm eating less. It's like, cool. Check. And you're watching yourself, and you're watching the animal behave, and you're adjusting your prep for the rest of the day. But no, nerves are good, but and you have to act the part. You can't show that you're nervous. No, you're walking into fire together. You gotta inspire each other, inspire confidence. Look straight in the eye and say, "Yeah, let's do this."
Yeah. That everybody feels the same way.
And everybody feels the same way, and that's not a good feeling. Nobody wants to feel like that.
But that's also why I go back to round one, right? Or round one. That's when we landed, I don't think any of us was really upset about anything, because the skydive didn't control us. We just had a glitch. It wasn't running away from us. We weren't and I felt like at the beginning of that jump was exactly what the doctor had ordered, and that's exactly what we wanted. And if it would have just allowed itself to ramp up and become the skydive we wanted it to be, it would have actually been up there in the 60, But so that was a positive for us when we landed. Okay, not the round one we wanted, but let's not forget that first half of the jump. It was fantastic. So
Did you know that already? Sorry, did you know that already after landing? That right now you say you take the whole plane.
100%. I knew it as soon as
So you went and said, "Hey, sorry,
I
guys,
know the exact thought I had while the skydive was going on.
Oh,
and of course I knew what happened.
So now let's talk now about the combination of round one and the super sequence, because obviously super sequence in a case like this creates much more damage than it would do in a normal, right?
Yeah.
So
20 points worth of damage.
Yeah.
We could have had a 60.
record.
I mean, if you just look at the raw
Maybe a
score,
world record, but
the raw score was 51, minus 7 or 8 busts, 8
High
busts.
50s.
that
Yeah,
was like 2 breakdowns, right?
yeah, and 2 breakdowns.
And
So
There's at least another 10 points in raw score there.
yeah,
that's what I'm
for
saying.
sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, and if you look at just a raw score of 51,
Bye. Give me a kiss.
Careful, careful, careful.
Oh, yeah.
I want it.
Is this
Thanks, guys.
Ashford?
Mr. Josh Hall, if anyone is say hi to the
I'm a has-been.
to our friend.
Thanks, buddy.
but he once was.
Was.
And he's another
He
10-weight
was
champion right now.
teammate,
Yeah.
world champion with you in 2012, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, but to go back to what we were talking about, you know, it's. But hey,
Combination.
we had a great year. If you look at airspeed, like we always want to do personal bests, and this was maybe an opportunity where we could have potentially broken the world record on single round, potentially broken the world record on the highest average ever. So it's a little bit of a missed opportunity. But you know what? It leaves us hungry for next year. You know what I'm saying? And this year has been a great year, anyways. We kind of didn't get all the training we wanted. We started the year a little bit bumpy, based on my injuries and a few other things going on. So we ended up with a very, very good year for us. Everything, with the U.S. team, that was the main objective. And we just won 16-way and 10-way, and overall at U.S. Nationals, we had a great showing in Norway. So, as for this team, Brendan is back with us because he was not with us in Norway.
Yeah.
And
Did you notice? You haven't heard any commenting yet from Brendan about this. Did you know? I mean, you're looking at this thing, and did you notice something is going awry there when you?
Round 1. No.
Looks great to me.
Came by, he was like, high five, guys, great round.
That's great.
job.
We're like,
Well, the
I was
exit.
like, no. I was like, oh, that exit was perfect. The rest of this, I don't.
Yeah, well, you have a
window.
different job to do, obviously.
no,
so-
but for him, it was a do or die. The O exit is like this thing for camera people.
Oh, I see.
The O exit is like the nemesis of all camera people.
And it
for
came
him,
up for round 1.
Yeah. He's like, shit, I haven't jumped in 6 weeks.
I took my glasses off. I was like, is that a 6 or an O? It's an O. God damn it.
Well, I was also.
I think I was the one who was throwing up in the morning. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
Well, that wow. So that I didn't know that the O is also. So that will
Yeah.
be interesting.
So he lost 2 years in his life.
Yeah.
And then gained one back because he had a great exit.
Yeah. So this lineup has had no super sequence yet in freefall. Yeah, I think you had one at an indoor competition.
Eloy 2020 outdoor.
The
Even
non-nationals,
2020
nationals.
outdoor.
Non-nationals, nationals, we got a 29
Round one.
point
2020
something
outdoor, but
total.
that was the cloud event, right? The NSL cloud.
No.
Oh, what?
It was
There was a
non-nationals,
reason-
nationals.
Okay, okay. I have
Eloy
to look that up.
International forward.
Okay.
We did a 29-2 average that draw.
Okay.
And we had a super sequence on round 1, which we did 57
In round
on.
1 too.
Mhm.
Oh God, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take a look
Yeah,
at
you gotta
this.
go look through your own records and
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
find it there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have it there. So I'm surprised I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an even faster draw. That was a fast round 1. Then in that H blah blah 9 jump, we got a 47
49.
8
So was
49.
that the 5?
No.
No. And
It
then
was
there was
a long
another,
Alta 9.
long Alta
Yeah,
9.
I
And then
remember
there's
that.
another fast round later on. I forget what that was, but that was a quick draw.
And we were
That was the quickest draw ever.
we were still a new lineup, and we were going for it, but we didn't have all the technical competency there.
So that performance on the meet was almost the flip of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were a 25 point average team at best.
Yeah.
At that time, but we put up a 29 something because of how quick that draw was.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So here we didn't quite capitalize on round 1 and 10,
Mm-hmm.
but we capitalized on the middle, all the meat, all the technical stuff. So I think we're walking away technically very happy, or at least I am.
And you gave away the first round, in fact, actually, that for this lineup since October 2019, I believe, or something.
Yeah, Rhythm, 2 years ago, Rhythm
Yeah.
beat us on round
At
1
the
as well.
Nationals, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
Sean Hill walks into our team room in Eloy and goes, like, when the owner of the drop zone shows up and he knocks on the door, is everything okay? Yeah, we're fine.
We're gonna do better.
We do have a quote in our team room on the wall. And that is a great way not to win.
All right, let's finish on with the only happy ending of the whole competition. You won. Only 4 people won 3 gold medals this time at the USPA Nationals, right? And that's
We won 10
oh,
way.
you've only 2, Brandon, right?
No, he didn't
Oh,
do
3.
16 way.
Yeah. So
he
only,
doesn't
only
get
the
it.
4 of
It was
you
my
actually.
punishment for not going to.
Norway.
No
What was
way.
that? What was that country called? Yeah, Norway.
Yeah, it was
What's that
interesting too
country?
that you came from the slowest competition draw. You know, right next draw was the fastest.
We got a 10.99 on the last round, by the way.
Nice.
It's,
I could have been
We got
faster.
beat by a little bit.
Yeah, I could
So
have been
there
faster.
was-
you can compare
What did
the
they get?
10.89.
Oh, so they
you
beat
can
us on
compare
one
the
jump.
10-way speed to a 100-meter dash.
Well,
running,
well,
right? That's if you get below 10 seconds.
It's a little poetic actually, because you're talking about the round 1 and coming back with a vengeance. Same thing in 10-way. I mean, 10-way we had a terrible showing last year. We came in 3rd.
Last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this year we have
Oh, we took it
virtually the
serious.
same lineup, except Kirk and Gina were on XP10 and XP GK.
I think Chris and I may have
Last year,
contributed
too.
to
Yeah.
the success this year.
That's right.
Just,
You guys
know,
weren't there.
I believe it's called Suck Less.
Yeah.
So this year, the whole team, we're like right out the gates, we're firing really fast. But the whole time, we're like, we're ready for the next big mistake to be around the corner. So we're on our toes the whole time, and we ended up having a fantastic 10-way meet. So we definitely came back with a vengeance in 10-way. So that's good.
Well, congratulations to the 3 gold medals, and then I guess we'll hopefully talk soon. What's coming up actually now? The season is over. Outdoor season is
Another
over.
10-way meet at the Skydive Arizona Hall of Fame, right? Museum?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we have a raffle drawing going on in a few minutes here.
So it's not the last speed star of the season
Oh.
yet.
Oh, we got more speed
Got
stars.
one more left.
And then what's coming then after that? Is it
Training in December,
training December
and then training in January, February. So we're essentially off for October, November, and then back to training in December. And
We have to
then,
find a pack.
So the first competition will be the you find
It's probably going to be. We're not
indoor.
going to Wing Games because Wing Games is the same weekend as the indoor here.
Yeah, that's
So,
unfortunate.
And who knows what France is going to go? I heard that we're going to come here, but maybe with Wing Games going on, having prize money, maybe they'll just. I mean, they can drive to Spain from France.
right.
Yeah.
We don't know what Hayabusa is doing because of Michele leaving, and
Right.
maybe they'll get Andy back or Dave hopping back inside. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, we haven't even talked about that, but that's
Yeah.
topic
And then
for-
after that, I mean, we have the indoor nationals, we have Shamrock, we have Macau in China, and then we have May through whatever training, U.S. nationals, Israel. You know,
we do have a little break, and
Yeah.
use it. Congratulations for a great season, and thanks for telling all of us about the combination of round 1 and the super sequence and what happened.
And
Of course.
Thanks, Chris.
thank you guys.
Yeah.